Coming up on AgweekTV, USDA rolls out coronavirus aid to America's farmers and consumers. The livestock industry continues to be plagued by meat processing slowdowns due to COVID-19.
Meat sales are soaring at this rural business. We'll take you inside.
We'll look at the big effect of COVID on the sheep market.
Welcome to AgweekTV. I'm Michelle Rook. Much of the agricultural industry in the United States is in crisis due to COVID-19. In response, USDA rolled out its $19 billion coronavirus assistance program, including $16 billion of direct payments. Cattle producers will receive $5.1 billion, with $1.9 billion allocated to dairy producers and $1.6 billion goes to the hog industry. Grain producers will receive $3.9 billion. Ag Secretary Sonny Perdue says the package will bring some rapid relief to ag producers, but won't cover all the losses.
These payments will only cover a portion of the impacts on farmers and ranchers. I anticipate that we will need additional money. I'm hoping we can get checks by the end of May.
The first payment will be figured on 85% of price losses that occurred from January 1st through April 15th. The second payment will be 30% of expected losses from April 15th through the next two quarters. The payment limit is $125,000 per commodity, with an overall limit of $250,000 per individual or entity. In the second part of the assistance package, USDA will purchase $3 billion of food products for distribution to food banks. This starts with an estimated $100 million per month each of fresh fruits and vegetables, dairy products, and meat products. Payments will go out in late May or early June. Packing plants continue to slow or close due to COVID-19. This week, the JBS plant in Worthington, Minnesota, and the Tyson plant in Waterloo, Iowa, announced they were suspending operations indefinitely. Both are around 20,000 pig per day slaughter facilities. As a result, pork producers have been scrambling to find places to process, or they're trying to slow delivery to wait for processors to reopen. Experts say hogs can be held up to a month if producers have finishing capacity, and there are management options as well to slow gains. Those include turning up the heat in barns or changing the ration by increasing protein and amino acid concentrations by 30 to 40%, or
we add more fiber to a diet, less energy, less growth. Easy ways in this part of the world are going to be soybean hulls or soy hulls from a soy processing plant, DDGS, and wheat mitts.
However, he says with modern production systems, pig flow is really tight.
When a sow gets bred today, we already know which finishing barn that pig is going to be, when it has to leave, and when the next group after that comes in. So, easily we're scheduled a year out, so any disruption on that pig flow backs up the whole system.
When the last load goes out, producers have about a week before the next group of pigs comes in. If processing closures continue, Tyler says some operations may be forced to consider euthanization, but that's an option of last resort. South Dakota Senator John Thune says more assistance will be needed for agriculture, as the dollars in the CARES Act were approved prior to the meltdown in the nation's meat processing sector. He and a coalition of farm state lawmakers are asking USDA to expedite aid and step in to help quickly restore the vital food supply chain after the closure of several pork and beef packing plants.
If you keep these plants closed for very long, you do create some serious disruptions in food supply in this country. So we've got to figure out discrete ways, and maybe some more comprehensive ways of addressing these plant issues.
The group asked USDA to use existing authorities and available funds to compensate producers for losses if they're unable to schedule harvest of livestock. They've also requested NRCS provide financial and technical assistance through EQIP. COVID-19 has devastated the sheep industry. With restaurants closed, meat demand has shifted, and there are far fewer sheep processors in the country than for other species of livestock. As Michael Pates found out, this has rocked the sheep markets for the region's growers.
COVID has hit the cattle and pig markets, but it may have hit the sheep market earliest and hardest.
And when you don't have income coming in, it's kind of hard to pay the bills.
Stephanie Van Well and her late husband Dion started this operation in 1993. Today she runs it with her two sons. They have over 6,000 ewes lambing October through May, And suddenly this spring they have no market for them. Easter is usually their biggest time of year, but soon the unsold animals will be too big to have any value.
The lambs are just continuing to get heavier and heavier. Once they get too heavier, then you get a discount from the packers, and they're not a desired product. At today's market, we're going to be lucky to get the money back that we actually originally purchased the feeder lambs for.
In addition, 8 of the workers are from Peru working on the H-2A visa program, and they don't qualify for the government's Paycheck Protection Program.
It's costing us, $100,000 to keep these guys here. We wouldn't be able to make it without them, just like the rest of the country.
The Van Wells have asked their senators to help with the issue, but in the meantime they're cutting the fat as much as they can without hitting the bone.
It's going to hurt us, but we'll get through it.
So if there's help for ag groups in the COVID crisis, sheep should not be overlooked. For Ag Week, this is Mikkel Pates in Watertown, South Dakota.
Trevor says market losses appear to be around $45 a head in April and project to be around $60 per head for May.
Coming up on AgweekTV, we'll take you to a rural meat processing facility where business is booming.
Dig, lay, and bury drain tile all in one pass with the Crary Tile Pro Plow. The Crary Tile Pro Plow lays tile up to 7 feet deep with boot sizes of 4 to 12 inches. Advantages of installing drain tile to your field provides increased overall yield, improved soil moisture levels, and controls soil erosion. It pays to tile with a Crary Tile Pro. To locate a dealer near you, visit www.crarytilepro.com.
Be ready for the challenging field conditions you face with the Summers VRT Renegade. With on-the-fly adjustment, including blade angle from 0 to 19 degrees, the VRT Renegade gives you unprecedented flexibility for the field results you want, spring or fall. Go to summersmfg.com or visit your local dealer to learn more about the VRT Renegade and North America's broadest line of tillage equipment from North Dakota-based Summers Manufacturing.
Dynaflow is the ultimate high-volume water management pump. Whether you're experiencing flooding, emptying sloughs, transferring ponds, or working on irrigation, the Dynaflow pump works in as little as 18 inches of water and is designed to move 3,000 gallons per minute. The Dynaflow lift pump is the perfect upgrade to your drain tile system. Using line shaft turbine pump technology, these pumps are made to last while operating efficiently. Dynaflow drain tile pumps can move up to 1,500 gallons per minute, up to 3,400 feet away.
When planting season comes around, time is precious and you don't have a moment to waste. This spring, keep your planters rolling with a user-friendly seed tender from North Star Ag. We have seed tenders for every size operation from Meridian, Unverferth, and J&M. North Star Ag also sells a variety of Valmar spreaders, the leader in air boom delivery. Uptime is crucial. Keep your crew in the field longer with a fuel trailer from Thunder Creek. Visit NorthstarAg.com to see our complete new and used inventory or give us a call.
Steffes Group, selling land and the equipment to farm it since 1960. If you're interested in selling or have questions about our auction process, head to our website at steffesgroup.com to contact us at any one of our 4 locations located throughout the Midwest. You can also visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel to view all of our auction previews and recaps to stay up to date on the market in your area.
Nearly 50% of the nation's ethanol plants are offline due to poor margins tied to record low ethanol prices and gas demand. That also means that there are less DDGs that are being produced for animal feed. That's forcing some cattle producers to look at alternative feed sources. Tightening supplies and higher prices for DDGs has many cattle producers looking at alternatives. One is soybean meal, which is running about $300 per ton.
Using those values, soybean meal per unit of crude protein was actually cheaper than distillers' grains, which we haven't seen in almost a generation, frankly.
He says soybean meal is readily available and very adaptable in various beef rations.
We can use it in a high energy, high concentrate cattle finishing diet. It'll fit into some of the backgrounding programs. We can also use it on the cow-calf side if we've got cows that are grazing or being fed a low-quality roughage source.
He says soybean meal increases starch and finishing diets and the chance for acidosis, so producers need to manage feed intake. South Dakota Soybean Processors has seen increased interest in soybean meal and hulls. Meal is 46% protein as fed, while DDGs are 25 to 32% protein. So it's a good alternative and supplies are readily available.
We can contract for 3-4 months if you want, or longer. You can lock in a price. And as you know, that usually it's based on the futures board is how we price that.
Other products cattle feeders can use include non-protein nitrogen or urea and meat and bone meal. More information is available at the SDSU Extension website. For some ethanol plants that are not producing fuel, they're looking for other opportunities to shift or repurpose their business. North Dakota's largest plant, Tharaldson Ethanol in Castleton, is still running but cut production, and they're focusing on other products to help boost the bottom line. COO Ryan Thorpe says they're seeing an increase in demand for distillers' grain for cattle feed. They're also selling alcohol to distillers that are making hand sanitizer.
A typical small distillery, a typical brewery that you see around town might be able to handle 500 or 1,000 gallons a day. Unfortunately, we make 500,000 gallons a day, so we have more than enough to go around. But every little bit helps, and we're just happy to be part of the solution as well, that we can offer a product here that the marketplace really needs right now.
Tharaldson is the 6th largest ethanol plant in the country. Meat processing plant closures mean less outlets are handling livestock. But Katie Pinky visited with one butcher shop and meat market that is working hard to accommodate increased demand due to COVID-19.
I don't think I've slept more than 5 hours in a night since. This is unreal. There's your ribeyes right there now.
Jason Stetz is no stranger to meat processing. When he was growing up, his dad and uncle owned the plant in Pelican Rapids. They sold it in 1990 when he was 18. In 2011, Jason decided to open his own plant and store, but he could not have predicted this.
People want to fill their freezers.
Not only is there increased consumer demand, major processing plants around the country have been closing because of COVID-19 outbreaks. That means more animals are being brought to his plant.
We have to cut every day because then Tuesday we'll fill it right back up.
In an average April, Harder Lakes Meats is processing 5 to 6 beef a week. Right now, they're processing 25.
Since Monday night, we got 252 hogs. We're out 2 months. That's just insane. Here's the start of our 250 hogs. We got about 16 of them in here.
Harder Lakes Meats partners with local farmers to process meat and as a federally inspected facility can cross state lines.
There's always been a good demand, especially for a local product. That's why we went Equal 2 in the first place, to give our customers options of buying local beef and hogs and processing it here and selling it here. Our local guys know how to raise animals. I mean, they got a good product.
When the pandemic slows down, what are you most looking forward to?
I'm going fishing. I am going fishing.
In Pelican Rapids, Minnesota, this is Katie Pinky for AgWeek.
Up next on AgweekTV, what dairy producers are doing to get fresh, healthy food to those in need. And later, what a local grocery chain is doing to support its communities.
2020 has started off where 2019 left off, with a lot of uncertainty and concern. Is your farming operation ready to take the volatility this year has to offer? Do you have a marketing plan in place to take advantage of opportunity? Are you finding it hard to separate the noise from the news? Talk to the professionals at Martinson Ag. We can help you make sound risk management decisions that will help your operation survive during these unusual times.
When planting season comes around, time is precious and you don't have a moment to waste. This spring, keep your planters rolling with a user-friendly seed tender from Northstar Ag. We have seed tenders for every size operation from Meridian, Unverferth, and J&M. Northstar Ag also sells a variety of Valmar spreaders, the leader in air boom delivery. Uptime is crucial. Keep your crew in the field longer with a fuel trailer from Thunder Creek. Visit NorthstarAg.com to see our complete new and used inventory or give us a call.
Strong buildings and strong communities start with strong connections. Butler Builders understand this, the importance of every piece and every part. Every bolt, every beam, and every handshake. Each connection, a strong one. Built on quality and trust. Built on people.
For more information, go online to gatewaybuilding.com.
At Superior Grain Equipment, we're committed to quality and service, offering you the best in grain storage and dryers for any size operation. Our experts will work with you to determine the most efficient and economical storage solution for your needs. We help protect your bottom line and your future with the industry's best bins and warranties. Make the superior choice for protection today and tomorrow with Superior Grain Equipment.
DTE is your headquarters for flatbeds and service bodies for your truck. Whether you need to haul bales, heavy commercial equipment, or take every tool with you, DTE has the truck equipment you need. We have over 200 units on hand, or will custom build a flatbed or service body on your truck.
Like this Dewey's bale bed with dual lift cylinder arms. Lift, load, and handle your bales with ease.
When you need help at the farm, your business, or in the oil patch, count on DTE. DTE, let us build a truck for you.
Welcome back. Midwest Dairy is working hard to get dairy foods to people in need during the pandemic and into the future. Midwest Dairy is the nutrition education, promotion, and research arm of the Dairy Checkoff program. It serves 10 states in the middle of the country. CEO Molly Pelzer says the group has launched several programs, including providing coolers to schools and food pantries. The goal is to get dairy products to those in need, whether through food banks or distributing to students through pickup or delivery.
And we're working with the supply chain to make sure that we have milk, cheese, and yogurt, butter, ice cream, all the things that bring us comfort and joy, as well as nutrition, are available, whether it's at retail, in the food banks, or to our students at the emergency feeding sites.
The refrigeration grant program provided 20 commercial refrigerators to food pantries in the region. We're starting to see a pretty good stretch of weather for field work as well as planting efforts. How long will that continue? Here's John with our AgriWeather Outlook.
Moving into a weather pattern right now across the United States as the calendar turns from April into May that is showing two very significant and large-scale trends. One is that the cold weather is relaxing. You'll notice this. Warmer and warmer weather is building up across the south and middle parts of the country, and the cold weather in the north is retreating and turning into just cool to mild. So we're really seeing not a lot of cold weather the next couple of weeks, and in general, this is a very dry pattern. Last spring, there was the onset of extreme and excessive flooding in many parts of the upper Midwest, and I'm not seeing much of that at all as we go through the start of May. Jet stream pattern right now, a meandering pattern, a little bit of troughiness in the east that's allowing some chilly weather, and by chilly, I mean not below freezing, but highs like in the 40s and 50s, just very cool weather. This unshaded area is where you're seeing a lot of days that, it might be around the upper 50s or into the 60s. And the warm stuff, that's this time of year, that's going to be the 70s and 80s. And the really hot stuff, of course, is hotter than that. As you can see with the pattern sort of meandering a bit, that the really cold weather is staying way up north. And we're starting to see manifestations of pretty hot days down in the south, mostly the southwest, in Texas and Florida, places where it usually resides. But there will be some surges of heat up into the southern plains. And as the jet stream builds some ridges in the middle part of the country, especially later this week, more warm air will come up into the northern plains. As we get to about the weekend, I'm expecting a modest flattening of this pattern, which will mean that the cold weather, the cool weather will stay way up north, but the cool weather will briefly come back down. As we get into it, though, the warm weather will resurge. It's just not going to be a really definitive pattern. Just the absence of cold is what you'll notice. As we go through that first full week of May, the pattern of the jets will consolidate a bit, but it's generally looking relatively weak. There'll be a few days of strong thunderstorms likely in the south, but it does not look like a terribly stormy pattern. Precipitation maps will really bear that out. This first week, there will be maybe one last snowstorm in northern New England, a lot of cold rain showers around the Great Lakes, and the rest of the nation, stray thunderstorms, yes, a stray shower here and there in the northern plains, Pacific Northwest, but not a lot of organized rainfall at all. And the second week of this forecast period, which becomes the first full week of May, British Columbia, some scattered storms in western Texas, but even those are probably not going to generate a lot of widespread heavy rain, and a little bit of rain in the northeast. For the rest of the nation, I don't see it being completely void of rain. In other words, it's not a forecast of no rain, but not a lot of organized or heavy rainfall anywhere. In other words, I don't anticipate a lot of storminess anywhere in the country for the next couple of weeks.
See your local North Dakota Case IH dealer about the new Speed Tiller high-speed disc.
This is Dennis Beliski reminding you we do auctions and we do them well. You've built your operation with hard work, and when it's time to sell, all or part, you deserve the best. Details from repairs and preparation to promotion and settlements are not routine. Chances are you'll only do this once, so we'll tailor an auction just for you and get it done right. On-site at your farm or added to one of our highly successful Alaris Center auctions, we have the skill, reputation, and integrity to meet your needs with best-in-class commitment and quality service. Find us at resourceauction.com or call 701-757-4015.
Make sure your farm equipment is season ready with an uptime inspection from your Titan Machinery service professionals. Titan Machinery's team of Case IH certified technicians has the knowledge and experience to find, correct, and prevent mechanical issues that could shut you down during the season. Your planting and harvest windows are short. For genuine Case IH parts and service, schedule an off-season uptime inspection at Titan Machinery today. Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Modal's Truck and Trailer Sales builds customized trailers to fit farmers' needs. Whether you're spraying, fertilizing, or planting, we build 28-foot 2-tank trailers all the way up to 48-foot 4-tank trailers and plenty in between, including field-ready drop decks, flatbeds, and enclosed reefer trailers. We have plenty of inventory ready to go at our Wheaton, Minnesota location, but if you don't see what you're looking for at modalsales.com, give us a call and we'll talk about building you the perfect trailer.
Ready for more? The new Fendt 900 Vario is impressive on every level. With groundbreaking features, you'll be ready for everyday challenges now and in the future. New smart connectivity solutions make the Fendt 900 series from Butler Machinery an intelligent choice for your farm. We're also proud to carry the Fendt Ideal, a new combine for a new era of farming. Designed to be automated in operation, the Ideal combine is already setting industry standards for efficiency and output. Visit butlermachinery.com to schedule a demo at your operation.
AgweekTV Soy Insight, brought to you by the North Dakota Soybean Council.
Nowadays, you may be limiting the amount of trips you make to the grocery store, and consumers in some areas of the country may be finding empty store shelves as well as meat cases. Linda Funk, Executive Director of the Soy Foods Council, says soy foods make a lean, healthy, shelf-stable protein option to have on hand. April is Soy Foods Month, so Funk says it's a great time to point out that there are many choices, from soy milk, black beans, or tofu that offer high protein and other health benefits. She suggests you can even add some form of soy to other foods like canned soup to give it a protein boost.
Protein, no matter what protein it is, makes you feel full longer. So if you eat protein, you're not going to be munching so much as if you're eating a fair amount of carbohydrates. So again, just really easy things to keep on hand.
Funk adds there's evidence soy protein promotes brain health, can prevent some cancers, and even decreases wrinkles. Hugo's grocery stores are giving back to their local communities by buying meals for their essential employees. Hugo's is a third-generation family business with 10 stores in North Dakota and Minnesota. The company has been supplying snacks for employees since the shutdown started, but now they're buying 2 meals a week at each store from local restaurants.
We're all in the same community, and we need our communities to thrive and survive through this, and so we run into what we can to help that.
John Byer, who owns a restaurant in Jamestown, says his business is doing about 60% of what it would normally do in sales. So he really appreciates getting a big pizza order from Hugo's.
We do what we can to help support each other at this time. So it's very important that we have each other's backs.
Byer says he's been able to keep most of his employees busy. Much of their time is spent cleaning and renovating the restaurant. Still ahead on AgweekTV. The business of farming goes on even in a pandemic.
Luckin Trucks and Parts sells quality used parts for all makes and models. With over 50 acres of trucks and parts and new inventory arriving daily. Family owned and operated since 1966, Luckin's specializes in the sale of quality used medium to heavy duty truck parts as well as pre-owned trucks, trailers, and construction equipment. If it's on a truck, we got it. Call us today and let us get you your part.
AgWeek brings you timely agriculture news from field to fork in digital, print, and television. Fresh every week, join Jenny Schlecht from the AgWeek editorial team and me, Al Windmill, from the sales and marketing team for a deeper dive into farm and ranch stories, along with guest interviews with personalities from the world of agriculture. If you're involved in farming, ranching, or agribusiness, the AgWeek podcast is the show for you.
Every day, we're challenged.
The coronavirus continues.
Challenged to remain strong for our families, resilient for our businesses, and brave for our communities. And the power to overcome these challenges lies in what can't be taken away.
Welcome, Governor Burgum.
Our ability to share ideas, the innovative ways to do business, the generosity from our neighbors, and the kindness of strangers inspire and prepare us for greatness tomorrow.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. Even though we are one of the most food-rich countries in the world, 15 million children don't know where their next meal is coming from. This is unacceptable, and something the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks is working to solve. Instead of accepting that our country lets billions of pounds of surplus food go to waste every year, Feeding America has made it their mission to help families in need by rescuing this food. Through food pantries and meal programs, the nationwide network of food banks provides more than 3 billion meals, serving virtually every community in the United States, including yours. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank by visiting feedingamerica.org. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
While coronavirus has disrupted the life of many Americans, the business of agriculture must go on. Jordan and Rochelle Meyer have young children, a small herd of cattle, pigs, and turkeys, and some baby chicks on their farm near Caledonia in the far southeast corner of Minnesota. All of their land and animals are managed organically. Their business, Wholesome Family Farm, sells products raised on their land in the Driftless region of Houston County. The Meyers say their business has actually increased a bit during the pandemic.
People are really starting to reach out to us more, and we're really noticing it a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people think that supporting their local farmers is very important now to keep our small economies going, and a lot of families are sourcing out more nutritious food to feed their family, keep them healthy, and it really has been beneficial to our farm.
They add that shortages of some foods have meant they have new customers from farther away. Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of AgweekTV. Remember, for all your ag news, go to agweek.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. Have yourself a great and safe week.